So fire is my primary heat source, and throughout most of the winter my primary cooking source, and if SHTF happened, then I'd be pretty comfortable using it year round. But a lot of people from my civilization friends always have said that they struggle to recognise what wood they need to collect. So in part one video, I'll link to that in this, I made the ultimate prepper mistake of not hiding my stuff well enough, and the two beautiful long giant big branches that I thought would heat me for a week, someone got to them first. So I've had a wander around the woods today and been enjoying the bird song and just listened to that. They shut up now. I've actually, yeah, bless them. You know what? When I grew up watching Snow White, I thought if I lived in a wood, blue tits and Badoo were washing up. Totally the opposite. But yeah, right. Sorry. Back to the wood collection. So I'm not going to be able to show you guys the standing wood that I put up and how dry it had become. But after 2 days, whoever got it, I'm pretty sure it was a pretty good haul. They were very happy with. And yeah, so I've got some other bits, and yeah, so I mean, the one thing to avoid is anything that is growing. So things like this, it's not dead wood. Wood is never dead. It grows. It grows things on it even when it's not growing itself. So I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying dead wood. It's fallen wood. And this sort of fallen wood, it's spongy when you touch it, so you can tell that it's not so dense. It's obviously going to be quite damp, as it's literally growing a load of green moss. And yeah, so again, you've got to respect the place that you're living in or that you've bugged out to. And this is a part of the essential woodland biome, so I'm going to put this back where I found it once I finished this video. I did feel a bit bad moving it, but yeah, I wanted to give you guys a good example of what not to use and why it's so important. This is supporting its whole life system. And this is so important to the function of any woodland or forest. So yeah, got to be respected. And likewise, similar with this, I mean, this would make absolutely terrible firewood. So brittle, it's so damp, it's so got so many different insect holes and everything in that you can see, so much stuff growing on it. That would be absolutely terrible firewood. And then there is again the consideration that this is part of the woodlands kind of biosphere or whatever it's called, to keep the woodland healthy. And I mean, the homes for insects that will provide, those aren't insects that I want to evict, so those pieces will be going back. But what will be coming with me, so I've got this one. This one was one I leaned up a couple of days ago. This was a fallen branch that came down in a storm, and it's dried out pretty well naturally against the tree I leaned it against, like I showed you with the slightly bigger ones against the gate on the path I thought nobody else used. So yeah, again, by the feel of the wood, if you knock it, then you can normally... That hurts a little bit, ouch. So yeah, if it does that, then that is solid wood. And again, I would normally knock this against the ground, but my phone would fall off, and we all know what I'm like with technology. So yeah, so that is the sort of thing that you would want to be looking for. So I shall show you guys what I have brought with me to come out and collect the wood that I thought that I would be collecting. Obviously, I thought I would be sawing down some bigger bits, so you're going to get to see my awesome saw, as well as a few other things that you'll probably recognise from some of my other videos. So yeah, this is what I have over here. So as you can see, I have brought my bedroll. I'll put a link to that because it is the best way to carry anything. And to carry all of this stuff back, I've got 5 Shumai scarves plus one that I'm wearing. So I've got 5, so I can comfortably use 2 on the bedroll and then 2 on either end of my stick bundle, and then use 1 between all of them and make that something that I can carry. And you know what, I might just wrap a blanket and use that as a big tie around the sheepskin, because that is going to be way comfier than carrying all of these things. Either that, or I'm going to be knocking on my friend's camp and asking if they're up for helping me with a wheelbarrow. But yeah, one way or the other, it's going to get back and it's going to be drying around my fire, and I'll put up a link to processing it for burning later. So what else have we got here? So yes, so here we've got obviously Alfie. He is getting the benefit of the sheepskin right now. Then we've got my axe, we've got my 5Cs everyday carry bag, and we've got my bottle of water and Alfie's little tub of water as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I would be bringing with me to come out wood collecting. And yeah, basically have a nice day in the woods. Don't see it as a chore. It's one of those things that is going to be a constant cycle of existence if you do bug out or if you do live off grid. So yeah, enjoy it and make sure that your dog's comfy and well warm, and yeah, so that is the second part, and that's my recommendations on firewood collecting. A little bit different and slightly less epically involving soaring than the one I had envisaged, but definitely learned the lesson of hide the stuff that you'll put out. Right, peace and love, take care guys.